I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
What really happened in the Yamaha garage last night? After a first day filled with questions, the situation suddenly changed drastically when TOPRAK returned to the track on the second day of testing. The bike, which previously looked like it still needed a lot of adjustment, now looked much more alive. TOPRAK immediately showed major changes. Corner entry speeds were more aggressive, the bike seemed more stable, and most surprising of all was the way he opened the throttle earlier on corner exit. It was as if Yamaha had discovered something, as all eyes were on the first day's data. Did Yamaha secretly change the setup? Was there a revision to the electronics, geometry, or engine braking characteristics? No one knows for sure what the team worked on all night, but one thing became clear. TOPRAK looked completely different on the second day. And as TOPRAK started to fly on the track, attention immediately turned to the Yamaha garage. If these changes truly stem from the technical decisions made last night, then the second day of testing could be a pivotal moment in the development of Yamaha's big project. And here's the full news. The second day of testing finally began, and Yamaha came up with a seemingly different approach. After gathering extensive data on the first day, the technicians immediately set to work dismantling every detail of the bike's behavior. For TOPRAK, the first day wasn't just about setting times. The test was an opportunity to understand the bike's character, especially when entering corners, under hard braking, and even at the crucial moment when power must be transferred back to the rear wheel. However, on the second day, something seemed to change. From the moment he exited the pit lane, TOPRAK's riding style appeared more confident. He began attacking corners more aggressively. He could bring the bike deeper before braking, and upon entering the apex, he noticed a return to stability that had previously been a significant challenge. This raised a big question. Did Yamaha really change something overnight? In a test, small changes can have a huge impact. A few millimeters of bike position, changes in weight distribution, electronic settings, engine braking, and even the character of the power can change the entire feel of a rider. And for a rider like TOPRAK, such details are crucial. TOPRAK is known for his extremely aggressive braking style. He needed complete confidence in the front end of the bike. When braking hard, he wanted the bike to remain stable, but at the same time, still be easy to steer towards the apex. If one part wasn't working perfectly, TOPRAK immediately lost his ability to attack. But on the second day, the Yamaha seemed to be finding its way. The bike seemed more composed entering corners. TOPRAK was able to carry more speed, and what was most interesting was how he started opening the throttle earlier. This is one of the key signs that a rider is starting to gain confidence in their bike. Because opening the throttle early isn't just about courage. A rider must be confident that the bike won't lose traction, won't swerve too wildly, and that power can be delivered in a controlled manner. And when TOPRAK started doing this consistently, Yamaha's data became much more interesting. In the garage, the technicians were constantly monitoring every change. They compared the data from the first day and the second. Where could TOPRAK brake later? In which corners did he carry more speed? How early did he start opening the throttle? All of those numbers were crucial. Because in developing a new bike, a stopwatch is certainly important. But sometimes, the most valuable data comes from how the bike performs on each section of the track. If TOPRAK is able to maintain higher speeds in the corners and open the throttle earlier, it could be a sign that Yamaha is starting to find a setup that better suits his riding style. And this is what makes the second day so interesting. Changes don't necessarily mean Yamaha is bringing new components. It could be that the team has discovered a setup combination that hasn't been tried before. Perhaps there are changes to the bike's geometry. Perhaps the electronic settings have been made more refined. Or perhaps Yamaha has found a new way to make the rear end work better when TOPRAK starts attacking. Whatever the answer, the results on track show one thing. TOPRAK looks much more comfortable. The more laps he completes, the more aggressive his riding style becomes. He's starting to use his signature style, braking hard, entering corners at high speed, then trying to get the bike as fast as possible to the point where the throttle can be fully opened. This is TOPRAK's style that Yamaha has been trying to understand. Because this project isn't just about making a fast bike in theory. Yamaha needs a bike that TOPRAK can use to bring out his best. And if day 2 is any indication, they might be moving in the right direction. Of course, one day of testing isn't enough to conclude that all the problems are solved. In bike development, track conditions, tires, temperature, and setup can all influence results. But the performance changes from day 1 to day 2 are still something that can't be ignored. Especially when those changes are directly visible in the way TOPRAK rides the bike. When a rider gains confidence, their riding style changes. They'll be more confident entering corners, changing direction more quickly, and more aggressive exiting corners. And that's what seems to be starting to show on day 2. Now the next question is much bigger. Has Yamaha just found the setup they've been looking for? If the answer is yes, then the data from day 2 will be invaluable for their next steps. Yamaha certainly won't stop there. They'll continue to analyze every lap, every change, and every step. TOPRAK's every comment. Because their goal isn't just to make a fast bike during testing. The real goal is to build a consistent, stable package that allows a rider to perform at their best when the pressure of a real race begins. And for TOPRAK, day 2 may have been a crucial signal. After the first day was spent understanding the issues, day 2 began to provide answers. The bike, which previously held many questions, now seemed to be showing its potential. Was all this due to overnight setup changes? Or had Yamaha actually discovered something from the first day's data and implemented it before TOPRAK returned to the track? The answer may still be hidden in the garage. But one thing is clear. Day 2 presented a different TOPRAK. More aggressive, more confident, and most importantly, he seemed even more at one with the Yamaha bike. Now, all eyes are on the next step. If this development continues, Yamaha may be on the verge of achieving something much bigger than just improved lap times. They may be starting to find a formula that truly allows TOPRAK to bring out his best riding style. And if that happens, overnight's changes in the Yamaha garage could be the start of something really big.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination